What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Rock and Roll True Stories. And today I want to talk about some of the news that's making the rounds in the rock and roll world. So Trent Reznor of Nine Inch Nails and his writing partner Atticus Ross are officially Country Music Award winners. So I had previously done a video about this, I think it was in September or August, where it was revealed that he is actually listed as a writer for one of the biggest songs of this year, which was rapper Lil Nas X's song Old Town Road. The reason being is because the song borrowed the Nine Inch Nails song 34 Goes 4. So the news of Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross being announced as winners was revealed by Good Morning America, and even though the Country Music Awards don't take place until tonight, some of the awards are announced early, with Lil Nas X winning Music Event of the Year. So back in September when the nominations were initially announced, Reznor finally spoke about the song because he'd been pretty quiet about it. And he had some fun with the whole association by photoshopping his and Ross's faces into Brooks and Dunn's press photo with the caption, "New World, New Times." And after the victory, they did some more photoshopping with Brooks and Dunn, thanking the CMAs for the honor. Eventually, Reznor would reveal his thoughts on Lil Nas X using his song, saying, "At first when you hear your stuff turn into something else, it always feels a bit awkward because it's something that intimately came from you in some way. He'd go on to tell Rolling Stone, you feel a bit violated, you know." But he'd go on to say he eventually found out about his song being used from his management team, recalling, "I said, look, I'm fine with it. I get how stuff goes. They're not saying they didn't sample it. Just work it out, but don't be a roadblock to this." I hadn't heard it yet. Then a few weeks later, I was like, holy crap. Reznor would go on to say he doesn't feel like though the Nine Inch Nails song really had any impact on the track, saying having been listed on the credits of the all-time #1, whatever the F it was called, it wasn't something, I didn't see that coming. But the world is full of weird things that happen like that. It's flattering, but I don't feel it's for me to step in and pat myself on the back for that. Turning now to some news about Phil Anselmo, and some people have asked me to do some true story episodes about his bands he's been in other than Pantera. And I plan on doing that at some point in time, but some good news for you guys who are fans of the metal supergroup Down. They've announced a 2020 show which will be honoring the 25th anniversary of their debut album NOLA. Now, it'll mark the group's first live show since 2016. So this past summer, Pantera frontman Phil Anselmo admitted that he no longer felt like pursuing the side project Superjoint, and since then he's been playing Pantera songs in his set as Phil H. Anselmo and the Illegals, but he's also got plans for a Down reunion in the back of his mind the entire time, and he confirmed that he's been offered some shows as recently as last month. So Down's first booked performance for 2020 is going to be at Belgium's Graspop Metal Meeting Festival in the weekend of June 18th. Now, no other dates have officially been announced yet, but considering it's been 25 years since their landmark album and the fact that they've been offered some shows, I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to add some more tour stops in order to celebrate the album. So NOLA was the collaboration between Anselmo and Corrosion of Conformity's Pepper Keenan and Crowbar's Kirk Weinstein, and Todd Strange and I Hate God's Jimmy Bauer. Now, one of my favorite videos I've done, if you guys haven't checked it out, and it was actually a subscriber suggestion, was the tour that Pantera did in, I think it was 1996, with I Hate God as well as White Zombie. And there's some legendary stories from that tour, especially just the way the crowd treated I Hate God and some of the stuff that their lead singer would say on stage. It was kind of hilarious, to say the least. But you go check that out. I've done a ton of videos about Pantera. I think I've covered all their albums with the exception of like their first 3 albums, which were more glam rock than anything. But one of my favorite videos that I've done, and one that was really well received, was the story from 1999 when Dimebag Darrell and Vinnie Paul were partying with the Dallas Stars after they won the Stanley Cup against the Buffalo Sabres. And there was all these stories going around at the time about how the Stanley Cup got damaged, and the Dallas Stars came up with these phony stories of how it got damaged, like they dropped it all coming off the plane, when in reality they were partying with it, and they were doing stuff they probably shouldn't have with it. But there's also this cool connection to Pantera as well in the whole story, so you guys can go check that out on my channel as well. So that does it for today's video. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. Since you guys stayed this long, I'll let you know that tomorrow's video is going to be about Megadeth's album Countdown to Extinction. So take care.